Okay, thank you, Siegfried. Okay, so it's 2:30 now, so I think we can start. I'm recording this session as well, no? So, ang gagawin lang natin for today is sagutan lang natin yung practice worksheets, no? For this module. So, today, all about skew lines yung iano natin, i-discuss. And in particular, ang i-discuss natin is how to determine the shortest distance pati yung shortest horizontal distance. Okay? So by now you probably know what skew lines is or skew lines are, no? Skew lines are just basically lines that are neither parallel nor intersecting lines, no? So if you have to imagine them in space, if two lines cannot be drawn in the same plane together, then they are skew lines. Okay? So,
Sir?
yes.
Ay, yung screen nyo po ata.
Ay, oo nga. Thank you, thank you. So, hindi ko pa napapakita na. Okay, thank you. So, ito lang gagawin natin for today. Create lang tayo na or isagutan lang natin yung practice worksheets doon sa module for skew lines. No? Okay, so again, when we talk about skew lines, there are two important um, important elements na pwede nating makuha sa kanya. So, number one is what we call as the shortest distance. And number two is yung shortest horizontal distance. So, this is more explained in greater detail dun sa module. No? Right now, for this synchronous session, ang gagawin ko lang is to show you exactly how we apply those techniques dito sa this particular problem. Okay? So, let's begin. Quick question before we start. Kapag nagpa-project po ng common perpendiculars, kailangan po-project ng common perpendiculars, kailangan nagtatouch sila doon sa mga lines sa lahat ng views. Common perpendicular. Common perpendicular is your shortest distance, no? So, if they do not, hindi necessary, no? Kasi posible na yung shortest distance is actually at a distance that is or at a section of the line that is not part of the segment, no? Kasi we can imagine kunwari itong line segment AB na to, it is part of it is a representation of an infinite line lang, no? So that infinite line could or they could meet ang shortest distance between itong AB na to and 1, 2 na to could be at a point wherein hindi sakop ng segments na to. So posible na hindi sila nagta-touch in all views. Okay lang yun. And in fact, sa example natin na to, hindi magta-touch yung no. So we'll have to do some extensions para hanap natin yung shortest distance na yun. Okay? That's a great observation mark, no? Okay, so let's begin. So the easiest way we can imagine the shortest distance or easiest method, just purely by imagination, no, is if we look at a view where both lines are in their true length. So try to imagine, take two pencils, tapos ilagay nyo lang in space or i-imagine nyo lang siya in space, tapos try nyo ikot-ikot siya. Maghahanap kayo ng isang view wherein both of those pencils are shown in their true length. Okay, so you'll notice that if they are in their true lengths, yung apparent intersection nila at that particular view na nakuha nyo, which exposes them in the true length, is actually the point view of your of your skew lines. As a point view of the common perpendicular or the shortest distance of your skew lines. Okay? So, ang goal natin ngayon is i-expose lang natin yung point view or yung true length or expose natin yung or hanap tayo ng isang view that will expose both lines in their true lengths at the same time. Okay? So, yun yung challenge natin. So, the first method is create tayo ng isang plane. Now, we create a plane that contains one of the lines and we make that plane parallel to the other line. Okay, so what we are essentially trying to do here is if in-edge view natin yung parang arbitrary plane na na-create natin, then we will find, since we purposely made it such that it will be parallel to the other line. So kung in-edge view natin yung plane na yun, then the line will appear parallel to that edge view. So if we were to do a parallel reference plane to that edge view and that line, then we will expose that line and that plane in their true lengths and true sizes. And since true size yung plane and it contains one of the lines, then naka-true length na rin yung line na yun. Okay? So parang simultaneous, automatic sa view na yun, na i-create natin, automatic magiging true length parehas sila. So kung true length sila parehas, mahanap na natin yung point view ng shortest distance. Okay? So how do we do that? Let's do easiest way to do shortest distance is to just first connect lang muna natin lahat. Okay, so I connect A and B like so, to 1 and 2. Okay. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'll create an arbitrary plane, no? And for this case, let me just create a plane that is naka-parallel I'll create a plane around this line 1, 2 and parallel siya sa line AB. Okay, so easiest way to do that is we take 1, 2 as one of the edges of the plane para hindi tayo wasteful sa lines natin, no? And then create another edge that is parallel to AB. So I can create something like this. So if I create something like this and I'll make this shorter, no, para konti lang space na nakakain niya. And this is arbitrary. So if I do this, then this side here, and I call this as 1, 3 na lang, no? If I connect this, then this 1, 2, 3 now is this 1, 3 is parallel to AB and HRP. Now, for a line to be truly parallel to a plane, it must contain a line that is, or the plane must contain a line that is truly parallel to the line. And a line is truly parallel to another line if in all views they appear parallel. Tama? So, ang goal lang natin is project natin tong line 2, 3 na, line 1, 3 na to, which is parallel to AB. Project natin sa baba. And i-project natin in such a way na parallel pa rin siya dito sa AB. So, I can do this. Okay. So, I can do something like ganito, no? Oh. So, this is 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, sinasabi ko dito is 1, 3 is parallel to AB in both HRP and FRV views, or in both HRP and PRP views, FRP views, which proves na they are parallel in all views, no? And they are truly parallel to each other. And therefore, si plane 1, 2, 3 ngayon, plane 1, 2, 3 is now truly parallel to line AB. Okay? Now, ang gusto ko is gawin ko na siyang perpendicular, no? Or gagawin ko siyang edge view. So the way we do edge view is we just take a line tapos i-project natin siya as an edge view, no? Or i-project natin siya sa point view. Okay? So if I do kunwari ito, and let's just call this 1 prime. Then project 1 prime pataas. 1 prime is along line 1, 2. Tama? So this 1 prime. I'm sorry. 1 prime is along line 2, 3. So dito siya dapat. Ito si 1 prime. Now I can connect 1 and 1 prime. This is now a true length. So since true length na siya, I can create a perpendicular reference plane, no? Now what happens when we create a perpendicular reference plane? Itong true length na to magiging point view. Tama, no? So kung create tayo ng and I'm making it such that medyo close siya sa sa reference plane para kasi I'm assuming na medyo malayo yung yung mararating na nito view. So para maiwasan yon na makulangan ako ng space, technique you can do is draw the reference plane closer to the to the lines that you have. So ito yung farthest line away in this particular view. So dinrawing ko yung ARP such that medyo fairly malapit siya dito, no? So ito, this is the folding line separating ARP and HRP. Tapos pwede na ako mag-create ng extend ko pa to. Extend natin to lahat. 3. Actually, hindi na natin kailangan extend si 3, no? Kailangan lang natin extend is si 1, 2. Kasi sure naman na tayo na ang create natin dito na view is a line that is parallel to we will create an edge view that contains this line 1, 2 that is parallel also to AB. Sure na yun kasi sinadya kasi natin na itong plane na to is parallel to your line AB. Okay? And let's do that. Meron tayong 1, 2. Kulang pa pala. Ang kulang dito is yung projection lines for A and B, no? So dito, it will get a little bit messy kasi ang daming projection lines na i-create natin. So, we just need a bit of patience, no, para makreate to lahat. Okay? So, let's do point A. Okay muna. Again, 2 views away. So, that's FRP yung basis natin. And this is our, okay. This is point A. Next, move natin. Point B naman. Which is ito. Siya to. Medyo may mga overlapping lines, no? So, I could have planned ahead, no, na itong line point 3 na to pwede ko in-extend siya hanggang dito dapat para at least hindi siya masyadong malapit dito sa projection line ni B para mas malinis yung sagot ko, pero hindi ako nag-plan ahead, no, so kaya medyo magulo yung lines ko. But you can do that, no? You can actually, since arbitrary naman to, then you can plan ahead para malinis tingnan yung solution, no? Okay, ito si point B. Tapos compass natin point 1 and point 2 na lang kulang, no? So again, si point 3 hindi na necessary kasi sure tayo na parallel dapat tong dalawang to. So point 2 is this point. Tapos point 1, ito siya, no? And if I did it correctly, dapat mukhang parallel to sila. Mukhang tama naman yata. Okay. So this is A and B. And parallel naman sila, no? Okay. Okay. So, gagawin na lang natin is create a parallel line, no? So, again, hindi na kailangan yung point 3, no? Kasi ano lang naman yung arbitrary plane na ginawa natin para expose sila in a view where they appear both as parallel, no? So, if we create a parallel line parallel to this line, okay? Then this ARP2 here, and let me label this as ARP1 to, no? Itong ARP2 na to will now expose both lines in their true lengths. Tama? Kasi parallel yung folding line doon sa line na to. Okay? So this now true length na dapat to. Okay? So let's do that again. 2 views away. So that's 1, 2. Basis natin is ito, no?
1. Malayo si 1.
Oh.
Sorry, may parang nag-a-alarm dito sa bahay namin. Hindi ko alam kung fire alarm ba or what. Okay, so point 1 to, no? This is point 1. Tapos point 2. Medyo malapit. We do point 2 here. One quick way, class, no, na ma-check nyo kung tama yung mga true lengths nyo is just try to visually look at it and try to look if siya ba yung largest na length na na-create nyo. Kung meron kayong line na nakita from any other view that is larger than the supposed na true length na na-create nyo, then posible na mali yung sagot nyo. Because the true length will always be the largest length. No? Any other view will produce a foreshortened view. Okay, so isa yan sa mga tricks na pwede nyong tingnan. No? This is point B. And last, yung point A na lang. No? Point A. Wala si point A. Okay. Nasaan si point A? Kulang. Ay, sorry. Dito, sorry. Nalito ako. Point A. Okay? So, tago natin yung compass natin. This is point A. This is line AB in its true length. This is line 1, 2, also in its true length. And kung saan sila nag-intersect, yan yung shortest distance natin. Okay? So, if you project this one, and I could probably finalize these lines, no? Kasi mga final answer na to. So, darken ko lang. B, hindi ko na i-label class, no? Kasi alam nyo naman kung anong points yan. And ito siya. Shadow atang dark naman yun. Okay. Ito. Itong line na to. That's 1, 2, and AB. Tapos, if I project yan. This is my shortest distance. Ito. This is SD. Tapos, complete all views ko na lang siya. Okay? So, I was wrong, no? Ito pala, nagko-coincide naman pala yung shortest distance. Baka may konting inaccuracies lang yung dati kong nagawa. Kasi last time I remembered, kailangan ko pang i-extend yung yung isang line para mahanap yung shortest distance nila. Okay? So, you all, lahat kayo marunong na mag-complete all views, no? Kailangan ko pa ba ipakita? Or okay na tayo dito? Are we good enough? Good na to?
Goods naman po, sir.
Okay, thank you for the feedback. Salamat din sa mga nag-thumbs up. Okay? Sige, we can probably do kahit yung etong dito lang. Paano natin i-complete? So where the shortest distance connects to your line,
it is a common point, no? Common to both the shortest distance and the line. So if we project it backwards, then yan yung yan yung location ni shortest distance. Ito yung magiging shortest distance na. Okay? Then you can complete all views, no? Pwede nyo yung complete backwards siya. Okay? So that is, I don't know the term dito, no? I just call it as, hindi ko alam kung ano yung term na ginagamit to describe this method, pero I just call it as the plane method, no? So summary of the method, kumuha tayo ng arbitrary plane that is na sinadya natin na maging parallel sa line AB. So the easiest way to do that was you take the line in question, you take the line na gusto mong i-contain in the plane as a ano no, as one of the edges, tapos you take another line and make it parallel to AB and let it be another edge, no? So this length will be arbitrary and will dictate the last edge, no, which does not really matter now. Okay? Tapos once you have that 1 3 parallel, kailangan kasi truly parallel sila. So doon sa next view dito sa baba sa FRP, gagawin din natin siyang parallel dito sa AB. Then we project it downwards parallel to AB. They are now truly parallel. The plane is truly parallel to the line AB. So if we expose this plane in its edge view, and the way we do that is create a parallel line dito para may true length dito. When we create a perpendicular line, that will expose this true length in its point view, which will make the line which will make the plane in its edge view, no? And since hindi na naman natin na kailangan yung plane, kailangan lang talaga natin itong view na to, no? This is important. Itong view lang na to, not the plane itself. The view is is what we are looking for. And since the plane already did its job, hindi na natin kailangan siyang i-drawing or i-project in all views. So we have the view. So sure tayo na pag pinroject natin yan, we will create two parallel lines, or the two given lines will already be parallel here. And since parallel na sila, if we create a parallel reference plane, automatic true length pareha sila. So since true length na sila, intersection point is the point view of the SD. Now project na lang para ma-complete yung lahat ng views. Okay? Seems easy, no? Medyo madali lang naman. Questions? Before I proceed with the other method to do this. We're good? I think we're good, no? May mga thumbs up ako nakikita. Can I have kahit two
Yes,
more?
sir.
Thank you, Arthur. 2 more thumbs up. Gawin nyo lang 4, tapos proceed na ako. Okay, 3. Sige. Okay na siguro yun. 3 thumbs up is good enough for me. Okay, so proceed tayo. Let's do, but before we proceed, no, sagutin muna natin to, which we already answered, no? If both of the skewed lines are in its true length, where would the SD be? So the SD would be in its point view along or it will be projected at its point view at the intersection point of the two TLs. Tama? Which is, yun yung ginawa natin dito, no? Okay? So, another way we can do that without creating the arbitrary line is through what we call as ang tawag dito sa method na to is the true length, point view, true length method. Okay? So, you'll see why ganun siya. So, ang goal dito is kung i-expose natin yung isang plane in its true length, then from that true length, gagawin natin siyang point view. So let's say line 1, no? So we have two lines, tapos gagawin ko yung line 1, ito true length ko. Tapos ipo-point view ko yung line 1 na yon. Then any next view na gagawin ko will always produce a true length for the first line, tama?
Kasi any view before and after a point view is always a true length. Okay? So may freedom ako to choose a view that will expose my second line in its true length. Okay? So mangyayari is si line 1 automatic magpo-point view siya, tapos sasadyain ko na lang na yung next view na yon is magto-true length din magto-true length din yung line 2 na yon. Okay? Pero you'll soon notice na this is actually just optional, no? Hindi actually natin kailangan gawin to kasi dito pa lang makikita na natin si shortest distance. Okay? Pero this is how we imagine ito yung true length ng ng line 1, point view ng line 1, tapos eventually magpo-produce tayo ng true length ng line 2. Okay? Pero at this view, meron tayong ma-observe, no? And I'll show you. So, let's start. Siyempre yung pinakamabilis na way is connect muna natin lahat ng points, no, para dire-diretso na tayo. No? Gamitin ko, sorry, na-OC ako. Gamitin ko same color na lang ng construction line. Okay. Okay. So, which line should we work on first? Yun yung parating question, no? The answer to that is you need to imagine kung ano yung magiging implication ng nung lines na i-create nyo. Kasi if you place the lines, if you pick a line that becomes true length somewhere outside the paper, then mahihirapan kayo. So, kailangan nyo strategize in such a way na yung mapoproduce nyo na line is or yung mapoproduce nyo na views is pasok pa rin doon sa page natin. Okay? So, I'll just estimate, no, inisip ko dito is if I do a reference plane dito, then I can create some line na nakaganyan siya. Ito, in-imagine ko lang, no? And this is just estimate lang. So, parang ang in-estimate ko dito is, kung gagawa ko ng reference plane dito, yung AB ko will be somewhere siguro pa ganyan. Tama? Since pa ganyan siya, if I create a reference plane na pa ganyan, which will be the view that will locate the point view of itong line AB, then babalik ako dito sa open area na to. So yun yung goal ko, no. Gusto ko kasi na makarating ako dito sa open area kasi ito yung space na available sa akin. Now, let's just imagine kunwari ang ginawa natin is etong 1 2 yung ginawa natin, no. So if 1 2, kung gusto natin maging true length ang 1 2, then create tayo ng parallel dito. Tapos pag nag-create tayo ng parallel dyan, parang paganyan yung line na makikreate natin, no? Something like that because mas malito kaysa dito. So, I'm imagining somewhere dito. So, if I want to create a point view, lalagpas ako sa papel. Papunta ako dito sa baba, no? Parang papunta dito sa baba. Tama? So, parang pangit mag-work on line 2. Parang if I want to reach this area, mukhang line AB yung dapat i-manipulate ko. Okay? Okay, I hope that makes sense, no? So, let's try to do that. So from here, create tayo ng parallel na line to AB. Let's create a parallel folding line. Like so. And pwede ko siguro burahin na to, no? So this is ARP. So sorry. This is my FRP. As this is my first ARP. Okay. So, burahin na natin tong tong bottom part na lang to para may mas malaking space pa tayo, no? Okay. So, gawin natin. We have the parallel reference plane, perpendicular. Let's draw projection lines. Nope. Okay. Tapos, let's take our compass. 2 views away. So this is my basis, no? So ito siya. This is point A. Take compass, copy point B. Point B dito. I'll probably connect this right now. Tapos, si point 1, 2, baka nga kukulangin tayo sa space, no? Kasi masyadong malayo si 1, 2. Sana pasok pa rin. Pasok naman. 1 is here. Drawing natin dito 1. Tapos last is point 2. Hopefully, pasok pa rin siya. Okay. Dito si 2. Okay. Pasok naman both lines. Okay. Okay. So we have line AB, line 1, 2. Gusto natin ngayon is mag-create tayo ng perpendicular line to AB para, kasi true length to, no? So para maging point view siya. Okay. So we create a perpendicular reference plane. And pwede ko siguro ilagay na dito, no? So okay lang naman na medyo malayo siya kasi medyo relatively mas malaki naman yung space dito. Tapos hindi naman na tayo mag-create ng additional views pa. So okay na to. This is good enough. We have ARP. This is ARP1. Ito is ARP2. So, if itatrack natin, no, true length ng first line, gagawin nating point view yung first line ulit. So, nasa dito is ito, itatrack lang natin ARP1 to, ito ARP2. Okay? So, continue lang tayo, no? Yan. Ito, project natin. This will be a point view si AB, no? Tapos last natin is si 1. Okay? Take our compass. Since parallel to, magpo-point view talaga to. Okay? Ito is point BA. So again, ang notation natin class is kung ano yung closer, yun yung sinusulat natin first, no? So it's point view. Okay? Next is, nasan tayo? Yung 1 naman. 1 is this distance away, no? 1. This is point 1. Then next is last point 2. Point 2 right here. Point 2. Okay? Now, this is the interesting part, class, no? Now, let's just imagine, no? Kung i-continue natin to, so we create ARP3. Kung gusto natin mag-create ng ARP3 pa, if we create ARP3, then the next line that we, or the next na parang true length which we create is the true length of line 2. Tama? And then we have a situation that looks like this. So pwede na tayo mag-project ulit ng shortest distance, no? Pero let's take note of one thing here, no? 'Di ba si shortest distance is what we call as a common perpendicular. Tama? So it's perpendicular to this point view, tapos perpendicular din siya dito sa line 1, 2 na to. Okay? So remember na if perpendicular ang dalawang lines, then actually kailangan lang isa yung true length. Tapos kung true length yung isa, dapat perpendicular yung other line, no? If they are truly perpendicular to each other, then regardless if this is true length or not, mag-appear talaga siya na perpendicular. Tama? Now, if we were to create the true length of line 2, di ba, magaganan tayo. Tapos create natin yung true length ni line 2, line 1, 2, line 2 which is line 1, 2 here. Then, probably we can create a true length na ganyan, no? Tapos yung si BA, AB will be something like that. Parang ganito. Now, point view dito si ano no, si shortest distance. So pag pinroject natin pa ganyan, true length siya dito. Tama? In the same manner na dito, itong SD na to is actually in its true length, no? Naka-true length to. Tama? So, with that said, hindi ko na kailangan to, no? Tama? Actually, hindi ko kailangan tong view na to. So, why do I say that? Because sabi natin kanina, isa lang true length kailangan ko para to prove na or para ma-show ko na perpendicular ang isang line. So, I know they're perpendicular. If I have one true length, then okay lang, i-drawing ko na yung perpendicularity nila. Okay? So, because point view si shortest distance dito, then I am sure na point na si shortest distance dito is in true length. So, regardless if eto hindi pa naka-true length, pwede ako mag-drawing ng perpendicular line. Tama? So, actually, hindi na necessary tong third na ano, no, view. If you think about it, hindi na siya necessary. So, kaya minsan ang sinasabi ko is optional lang itong last TARP3 na to, no? Kasi ang gagawin ko is I can create eto. I know that this SD here is perpendicular to this ano kasi true length siya. So pwede ko siyang i-drawing na ganyan. Okay? So I don't need the third ARP and I can now project your SD or your shortest distance and complete all views. And let's do that, no? I-finalize natin yung answer natin. So darken lang natin. This is line 1, 2. This is this is SD. BA is in point view. This is line 1, 2. Tapos, project natin siya. Wait. Parang ganyan. So, project natin to. It's along line 1, 2. Tapos ito, dito, paano natin malalaman? Kasi di ba part ng point BA siya. Paano natin malalaman na kung saan dapat si ano? Kasi this SD here, yung endpoint ng SD na to from here is sure na dito siya, di ba? Pero nasaan siya dito? It could be here, 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 or here, di ba? Wala tayong ano, since hindi tayo nag-drawing ng ARP3, wala tayong basis for distance. Kasi dapat kung nag-drawing tayo ng ARP3, ang basis dapat natin is 2 views away, which is this one and this one. So, does that mean that we really hindi dapat siya optional? Dapat ba kailangan talaga yung ARP3? So, in the same manner na sabi natin, isa lang yung true length kailangan, no, para maging perpendicular. And we know that the SD is a common perpendicular to both BA and perpendicular to 1, 2. Then, we know AB is perpendicular dito. Therefore, isa lang yung line na kailangan naka-perpendicular. Kahit si SD hindi naka-perpendicular dito, I'm sorry, kahit si SD hindi naka-true length, perpendicular pa rin dapat sila because AB is in its true length. Tama? Does that make sense? So merong mga hidden shortcut dito, class, no, parang ma-imagine mo ako. O nga, hindi ko na kailangan 'to kasi
because of these types of relationships para makaka-create kayo ng mga shortcuts. And feel ko may mga madi-discover kayo on your own, no? Na parang maiisip kayo, oh nga, no, bakit dinrawing ko pa to? Eh, alam ko naman na ganito yung relationship nila, mga ganyan-ganyan. So, hopefully, you can discover some of it on your own, no? Pero ito lang yung mga na-discover ko during, ano din, no? Yung nag-play around ako with yung mga lines and planes na to. So, ito, if I do the final answer na, no? This becomes, no? A, B, and 1, 2. Okay? Now, I can also leave this to you guys, no? Complete all views nyo na lang. Okay? So, okay ba yun? May muddy points ba? So, it depends na lang sa inyo guys, no? Kung saan kayo mas komportable, itong true length point view, true length method, or itong parang quote-unquote plain method. So, it depends on you guys. Pero, the thing is, usually pag tinatanong yung SD, tinatanong din yung SHD, no? Which is the next na pag-uusapan natin, yung shortest horizontal distance. And most of the time, si shortest horizontal distance or si shortest horizontal distance is uses this plain method as well, no? So kaya usually ito yung choice ng mga estudyante, itong plain method kasi yung views na na-create mo dito will also be used doon sa shortest horizontal distance. So kumbaga you're hitting two birds with one stone. Okay, pero kung shortest distance lang tinatanong, walang shortest horizontal distance, and you feel that mas madali to, ako personally, I like this method, no? Para mas madali siya, cleaner siya, mas konti yung lines na kailangan, and it still produces the shortest distance. If walang shortest horizontal na hiningi, then I would opt to use this method instead of this method. But again, it's all up to you guys. No? Okay? So again, complete all views na lang. Okay? Okay ba yun? Can I get kahit confirmation para so I can move to
Yes.
shortest horizontal? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you guys. Okay. So, proceed tayo with shortest horizontal distance. No? Now, shortest horizontal distance is similar to your shortest distance, pero kailangan, as the name implies, no, dapat horizontal siya. So, what it means to be horizontal is that it is parallel to the horizontal reference plane. Okay? So, why is this important? Because, say for example, you are building a bridge kunwari tapos you want to create from that bridge gusto mo mag-create ng or meron kang two paths, no? They are skew lines or skew paths sila. Tapos gusto mong i-bridge yung dalawang yon. So obviously, you want to connect them with the shortest material possible, tama? So if you want to connect them with the shortest material possible, then shortest distance gagamitin mo. Pero take note na bridge siya. So posible kasi na, kumari, yung shortest distance na na-create nyo is at an awkward angle doon sa natin. Posible na makakreate natin is, kunwari, ito yung two skew lines, tapos yung shortest distance natin as seen from the horizontal na or front view, parang pa ganyan. So, hindi naman siya magandang bridge, no? Kasi parang paangat siya ng ganyan. Tapos pababa ka dyan. So, gusto natin, if it is a bridge, then dapat horizontal siya. And there are many cases na ganito, no? Kunwari, conveyor belts, mga ganun na, kunwari may konting angle lang na or hindi niya kaya yung mga sharp na angles, then therefore kailangan horizontal yung natin. So, tunnels can be one of them. If you have two tunnels, tapos gusto mo i-connect yung two tunnels, tapos skew lines, you can imagine the two tunnels as skew lines, as gusto mo i-connect yung two tunnels na yun together, then dapat horizontal yung connection mo para maka-transfer ka ng material using mga dump truck or something. So there are many more examples, no, for why we want to have a shortest horizontal distance, no. Pipings could be one of them. So kunwari Pagka masyadong sharp yung ano, pwedeng hindi enough yung pressure para umangat yung tubig. So, kailangan natin horizontal yung pag-deliver natin ng ano. So, mga ganong cases, no? So, I think you can probably think of more examples no that requires it to be horizontal, no? Okay? So, eto hindi ko na masyadong ma-explain yung science behind it, no? Or parang yung concept or rationale behind why this method works. Pero the way we imagine it is para kang nakaganito. So, kunwari, ito yung glass box mo. Kunwari, itong glass box natin, no? We have a glass box. Ito yung FRP, tapos PRP. Ito yung HRP natin. Tama? Now, if you are looking at this view, lahat ng parallel sa HRP will be a horizontal na horizontal line. Tama? Any line that is parallel to this HRP here will be a horizontal line. Okay? So what we are actually trying to do is parang kung itong two lines na to, itong si 1, 2 and AB. Diyan sa 1, 2, AB in space siya. Parang naghahanap tayo ng view para nating iniikot itong itong glass box na to. Iniikot natin siya such that etong 1, 2 and AB magla-line up sila. Tama? Parang na-imagine nyo ba? So magla-line up sila in such a way na naka-true length na sila parehas. Pero dapat along this parang viewing axis kumbaga, parang ganun. Along this lang, parang iikot lang natin siya along this axis na to. Tapos naghahanap tayo such that magmamatch sila. Tapos kunwari ikot tayo ng ikot dyan. Tapos may nahanap tayong view kung saan si AB is in true length. Tapos 1, 2 is also in true length. Tama? So pag nahanap natin yon, and since we are looking at it from this set of views, no, kung saan nag-ikot tayo ng axis na to, then sure tayo etong point view na to na nahanap natin is parallel to the HRP na nasa taas. Na kumbaga naka-edge view. Parang ganyan. Nagme-make sense ba yun? So, I hope that's the best explanation I can give, no? Kung ano yung ginagawa natin para mahanap yung shortest horizontal distance. Parang iniikot natin tong itong glass box na to along this axis such that lalabas tong AB and 1, 2 simultaneously as a true length. And pag lumabas siya simultaneously as a true length, yung point view na yon is the point view of the SHD na tinatawag. The shortest horizontal distance. Okay? So, given that, ganun yung goal natin, no? Pero hindi ko na i-explain kung bakit ang steps na ita-take natin is the steps that I'll be showing you today. Okay? So, the first few steps is similar to the plane method, no? Aabot tayo dito sa view na to. Itong particular view na to. Ito yung importante, no? Kailangan umabot tayo sa ARP1. Once we reach ARP1, pwede tayong mag-manipulate. Sorry. Ang kailangan lang para natin is tama, ARP1 nga. Okay? If we reach ARP1, kaya na natin mag-create ng shortest horizontal distance. Okay? So, let me show you how to do it, no? Wait lang class, ha? Okay. Okay, so ang gagawin natin is so first step natin, same first step doon sa plain quote unquote plain method, no? Same first step. So anong gusto natin? Which line would you like to manipulate? Parang easier yata if ang ginawa natin is AB. Tama ba? So let's try to imagine, no? Would that make sense? Kung AB, if we create, rough draft lang, no?
Kung AB ko, ganyan. Tapos 1, 2, somewhere like ganito. Tapos ganyan. B prime, somewhere dyan. So, I'll create a, pag ganyan yung view ko, no? Ito yung magiging ARP1 ko. Which is good enough, no? Malaki naman yung space dito. So, I think working with AB is okay, no? So again, ganun nyo siya kung gusto nyo mag-plan, guys, no? Gagawin nyo lang is parang mag-rough sketch lang kayo. So rough lang kung ano yung kailangan yung steps na i-take. Tapos at imagine nyo saan kayo mag-end up using those steps. Tapos if or based on sa steps na yon, may enough space ba tayo? So dito based doon mukhang may enough space naman. So let's try to do it. So the way we do it is ano no? Create tayo ng parallel muna na line to 1, 2. And again, ang gagawin natin is AB. Gagawa tayo ng line parallel to 1, 2. And we'll make this as one of the edge of the triangles that will contain AB. Okay, so let's say C to. So then we project it downwards. Itong si C. So C should be located somewhere here. Pero AC should be parallel to 1, 2 still, no? For it to be truly parallel to 1, 2, and therefore make our triangle fully parallel to 1, 2 as well. Okay? So yan. So we have ABC. AC is parallel to 1, 2. Therefore, ABC is parallel to 1, 2. Okay? Okay. So, gawin natin is, from this, para ma-create natin yung hinahanap natin na ARP1, dapat i-point view or i-edge view natin si ABC. So, gagawin natin for it to be edge view, and I'll connect this no kasi I'll be needing this distances no para mamaya. So, connect ko na siya as early as now. Okay? So, para magawa yon, create lang ako ng parallel line. And let's call this BB prime. And itong si BB prime, project natin dito. This is B prime. Itong BB prime na to will be true length. So, ang gagawin lang natin is to create a perpendicular folding line or reference plane. And from that perpendicular reference plane, magiging point view si BB prime which will expose your ABC in its edge view, no? So again, hindi na natin kailangan i-drawing si C. It has done its job, no? Para mahanap yung view na to, yung ARP view na to. So pwedeng hanggang B lang yung projection natin, no? It's 1, 2. Ito. So I hope nasusundan niyo pa. Pass natin. Ayan. Okay. Compass natin, move natin si compass. So first is A muna. A. Okay. Next is let's do B. So B is somewhere here. Tapos next is 1. Okay. Tapos, ang last line natin is point 2, no? Point 2 is, and if we did it correctly, dapat parallel tong 1, 2, and AB at this view. So where's 2? Here. And mukhang tama naman. Oh. If you look at it, ito is parallel to this line. Huh? Yeah. Okay? So, di ba, doon sa, nung nag-SD tayo, ang next step is, dapat, ang next step natin would be to create a parallel na reference plane dito, no? Tama? Yun yung next step dapat natin. Pag generate natin to, may expose natin tong 2 lines in their true length. Okay? Pero, if we want SHD, hindi tayo magka-create ng parallel line dito. Ang gagawin natin is we create a perpendicular reference plane to this folding line. So, gagawa tayo ng perpendicular dito. Okay? So, that's the trick, no? So, if we do perpendicular reference plane na ganyan, then perpendicular to. So, this is now HRP to, no? HRP, this is ARP1. By doing this, yung ARP2 natin would appear on this side, no? And kung saan mag-intersect tong dalawang lines na to, that is our shortest horizontal distance. Okay? So yun yung pinakaiba ng SD at SHD. Kung ang SD, mag-create tayo ng parallel reference plane to the lines, to the 2 lines, ganyan. Si SHD, ka-create tayo ng perpendicular, not to the lines, but perpendicular to the reference plane. Ito, dito tayo mag-create. Okay? So let's proceed with that. So etong type of rotation na to, itong ginawa natin, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na yung nung pinapa-imagine ko sa inyo kung ano yung ginagawa ng shortest horizontal, no. Ito yung dinodrawing ko na ano, yung parang iniikot natin, tinitilt natin along an axis perpendicular to the horizontal reference plane. Ito na yung result na yun. Okay? So if I do that, sorry, balik lang tayo. Okay? Tapos, ano pa bang line? Ito pa, no? A, B. A. 1 to. Tapos itong isa is, ito yung 2, no? Okay. So, project natin. So, we need our compass, no? Compass. 2 views away. So, dito. So, A should be here. A is here. Tapos, next is B muna. P is this distance away. Oh, malayo si B, no? So, B is here. Ano pang next line natin? 0.1 is B. 0.1 is this one. Okay. Point 1. Tapos last is 0.2. Okay. So, let's do that. So, A, B. Ito yung hindi nagko-connect siya. This is A, B. And this is line 1, 2. Okay? So, notice that si AB, hindi siya nag-connect with 1, 2, no? So, kumbaga, yung shortest horizontal distance nila can be seen at a area that is beyond the segment. So, kailangan natin i-extend siya. Okay? But dito, extend natin siya konti and represent it with a pink line na lang, no? Para mas makita natin. Ito, dito si SHD. This is SHD in its point view. So notice na kailangan natin mag-extend, no? Okay? Tapos, magpo-project back na lang tayo, no? And again, for this case, I'll probably show you the entire na ano, no? Yung completing of all views because it is important to prove na tama yung ginawa natin. Dapat when we project it back, yung SHD na na-create natin dito should be parallel to this folding line. Kasi di ba horizontal siya, dapat it should appear horizontal. If it does not appear horizontal, either may mali kayong ginawa or inaccurate yung ginawa nyo. And most likely, baka yung nagawa ko ngayon no, inaccurate. Pero hopefully, magmumukha siyang horizontal pa rin. Okay? So, project natin siya. We have, okay. Let's project all of the lines, no? So, ito yung point view ni SHD. So, if we project ko ng paganyan, this is now my shortest horizontal distance. Ito, SHD that is shown in its point view. And para lang maano no final answer na to, lagay tayo ng darken natin with white. Okay. So, this is AB. AB. Tapos si 1, 2 nandito. And I will bring the opacity down, no, para mas makita natin siya. Okay? So, ito si SHD. Tapos, pag pinoject natin siya, dito siya again. Nasa isang point siya outside of the line, no? Kailangan na extend natin si 1. Itong point 1 na to. Which is okay lang. It doesn't matter, no? Pwede, okay lang din yun. So, true length siya dyan. So, 1, 2 this is the final answer, no? Ito siya. So, A, B, 1, 2. Okay? And label ko lang. Now, i-project back natin lahat. And hopefully, what we produce is is a horizontal line. Okay? Project back tayo. Obviously, ito. Tapos, ito, A, this is along AB. So, dapat ito siya. Ito. And this is where we should be careful na, no? Kasi kung mali yung natin, I'll extend this, no? And extend natin siya. So, label ko na lang para mas malinaw. Extend. So, hindi ko pa i-send ko sa inyo guys yung mga nagawa na natin na during the synchronous session. Yung mga ganito, baka magamit yun, no? As a reference material. Okay? So, dito si SHD. And para lang mas, mas malinaw, okay lang, determine naman natin. So, eto si SHD, dito siya, no? Ito yung endpoint ni SHD. Minsan, what students like to do, no, para mas nakikip track nila is yung SHD nila, pinapangalanan nila yung endpoints. Something like X and Y. So, pwedeng ganyan. Pwede rin yung guys, no? So, gawin natin is point view, XY siya, naka-point view siya dito. Para mas nakikip track natin kung asan na yung points natin. So, dito si X, dito si Y. Pwede rin yun. That is one option, no? Okay. And I think mukhang successful tayo, no? Pero let's not count our chickens before they are hatched. As they say, no? Sana. Gusto natin yan. Tapos, hopefully, tama ginawa natin. Na-excite na ba kayo kung tama ginawa natin? Ako lang ba na-excite? Okay. So, A, B. Medyo pwede na. Pag kinonnect natin, if we connect this, no? May konting inaccuracies if you look at it. Hindi siya, medyo horizontal na, may konting inaccuracies lang. Pero, I'll take it, no? Medyo, lang, kahit mamadali tayo or hindi masyadong accurate ginawa natin. Fairly horizontal naman siya, no? So, isa yun sa indicator class na tama yung nagawa niya, no? If mukha siyang horizontal dito, it means tama yung ginawa niyo. Okay? If not, if totally hindi talaga horizontal, ibig sabihin may mali kayo somewhere. So, kailangan nyo ulitin yung ano nyo. Okay? Okay, medyo okay naman ginawa natin, no? I'm proud of us. Meron ba tayo? Meron applause. Thank you sa applause. Jimwell. Jimwell ba to? Si
Lateral po, sir.
Si Latrell pala. Thank you. Okay. So, okay ba tayo? Nagets ba kung yung ginawa natin? Ano yung medyo confusing part? Okay naman, may nag-thumbs up. And actually, since na-set up
Gets
natin,
naman, sir, so far.
ano yan, yung exam?
Nagigets so far.
Nagigets naman. Okay. Thank you. So, kaya okay tong plain method class, no? Kasi etong ARP1 na to, di ba, nag-create tayo ARP2 to get the SHD. Pwede actually tayo mag-create ng ARP3 pa. So, if I did this, kunwari ito, if I created an ARP3 here, pa ganyan, ito ARP1, this is ARP3. Tapos pinoject ko tong dalawang lines na to, I could get SD na rin. So with one view, with parang one additional view na lang, makikreate ko na yung SD ko. Kaya if you are asked for SD and SHD at the same time, pinapadrawing sa inyo both SD and SHD, I suggest na yung itong plain method gamitin natin para pag after nitong view na to, you create a parallel line that produces SHD. If you create a perpendicular line to the reference plane, then that produces SHD. Sorry. If you create a parallel line to the given lines, then that produces your SD. If you create a perpendicular line to the reference plane, that produces your SHD. Okay? Okay. Okay ba tayo? Okay, thank you. So, again, medyo masama kasi pakiramdam ko, class, no? So, hindi na tayo mag-examples pa ng mga exam examples. But I hope kahit itong ano lang, no, simpleng mga problems na to from our practice worksheet is enough to give you an idea of how to solve the SD and SHD problems. Okay tayo? So would it be okay if we end this session early? 3:30. Sakto lang. Mga 1 hour tayo nagkado. Okay, I see a thumbs up. Pwede bang...
Okay naman, sir.
Okay, thank you. Meron bang questions? Ano yung nahihirapan kayong part? Would you say na... go ahead, Arthur. Ano yung sinasabi mo?
Hindi siya related dito specifically, pero about sa plates.
Sige. Ano yung question?
Yung, di ba, yung Yung ipapasa this Monday, hindi kasama yung plate 11, sir? Or
Si plate 11 kasi is, let me double check, no? Pero as far as I know, plate 11 is just a, ano, no? Supplemental plate lang. Let me double check my, uh, yung check lang natin, project mo na rin. Plate schedule. Hindi. Okay. Si plate 11 kasi ito, intersecting and non-intersecting line. Lahat na naka-grayed out dito means that they are supplemental lang na plates, no? So, it's something if you want to explore on your own, pwede naman siya. And the module is also available, no? Kung yung lesson about intersecting plates. Pwede rin naman yung gawin siya and ipasa. Pero hindi na siya i-grade, kumbaga. So for those lang na parang gusto i-challenge yung sarili nila na gusto nyo talaga makuha yung full ES1 experience kasi this is part of, kung nag face to face tayo, this will be part of the face to face experience, no? So kung gusto nyo yung full experience of ES1, pwede nyo rin naman challenge yung sarili nyo, try to look, although intersecting and non-intersecting lines is fairly simple lang naman, no? Sobrang dali lang ng way ng pag-check nito. Etong medyo challenging, itong angle between lines and planes, no? It's a bit challenging. So, if I suggest na kung meron lang kayong additional time pa, saka nyo siya i-attempt gawin. Pero kung wala nang time, wag na lang muna ito. Ito, I think you can do this. Missing views are also supplemental materials. So, if you want to do them, okay lang. If not, okay lang din na hindi nyo muna gawin siya. Okay?
thank you, sir.
Okay, Arthur. Other questions? Wala na?
Sir, to confirm lang.
Sige, go ahead, Mark. May
Pre-na-check-
sinasabi ka ba?
Pag pre-judge po yung shortest distance,
Hmm.
tapos kapag hindi po nag-coincide dun sa mga lines, i-extend na lang po.
Extend natin.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Mm-mm. Okay lang yun na mag-extend tayo. Mm-mm. Sometimes kasi very finicky itong ano, no? Anong tawag dito? Yung SD and SHD, no? Konting mali lang sa projection nyo, sobrang laki na ng effect niya doon sa magiging position ng SD at SHD. So kailangan sharpen your pencils. Dapat super sharp yung ano nyo para super accurate yung magagawa nyo. Tapos as much as possible, konti lang yung erasures na gawin nyo para ano, no, hindi ma-warp yung papel nyo or something. Okay? So the more accurate yung gawa nyo, or the crisper your lines is, the more accurate yung magiging final answer natin. So I always suggest sharpen your pencils as much as often as you can. No? Dapat nga ang ginawa ko dito, I should have used a a thinner brush para mas accurate yung mga intersection points ko, pero baka hindi kasi kita sa sa video lecture, so hindi ko dinarken or tinikan ko na lang konti para kahit to sacrifice kahit nag-sacrifice ako ng konting accuracy. Okay. Other questions? Sige, since we have some time, no, kahit mag-end tayo ng mga 3:50 siguro. Kumusta yung SEM so far? How are you finding ES1? Madali? Mahirap? Sucks lang?
We're coping.
Coping? Sige. Sucks lang. Okay, buti naman. Pero may nahirapan ba yung as in parang kina-curse nyo na yung ES1? Wala pa naman, no? Sana?
Masaya naman, sir.
Okay. Good. That's good to hear, no? Kasi ako, as in, nung una ko nakita tong ES1, nainggit talaga ako sa mga batchmates na yung may mga friends kasi ako na una sa curriculum nila yung ES1. Tapos parang as in, nainggit ako na gusto ko i-take agad yung ES1. Kasi mukhang fun siya eh. And nung tinake ko naman, it was fun for me and I hope some of you find it fun as well, no? Jimwell says, sakto lang pero time consuming. I agree, no? Medyo time consuming siya. That's why it's a laboratory course talaga dapat to. Yung ginagawa in class tapos may guided siya. Yun yung best way to learn ES1. Although, Pico medyo in a way, no, outdated na rin tong method na to kasi nobody does drafting anymore, no? Yung manual drafting. Parang alos lahat, ano na, no? Naka-CAD. So, um, we are trying to shift to CAD na. Kaso, because of the pandemic, no? So, posible na not all students have the resources to use CAD software. So, kaya sabi namin, sige, balik muna tayo sa ano. Wag muna natin i-roll out yung CAD na offering. So, kaya bumalik ulit dito sa ano, sa manual na engineering drafting. Okay. Okay, may comments pa? At least may ilan sa inyo na nag-enjoy naman, no, sa ES1. And usually yung mga
Sir,
go ahead.
clarification lang po dun sa deadline. Kasi po,
Hmm.
dun sa UVLE, 6 p.m. po siya. Pero sa G-Classroom, wala naman pong specific.
Oh, okay
So-
lang 'yun kasi ako naman hindi ako strict, no. And sinabihan ko naman si SA na para maging lenient sa deadline. So as long as reasonable naman yung ano, time frame na pag-submit nyo, okay lang, hindi ako nag-minus.
Okay, sir.
Okay lang 'yun.
Sige po. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Tapos kailangan ko palang ano, no, gagawa ko ng new link. Isa-send ko na lang sa inyo para doon kayo mag-submit ng concerns nyo. Kasi ang ngayon, medyo nahihirapan akong i-sort out yung ano, no, hindi mali pala yung binigay kong parang format sa inyo kasi apparently hindi delimiter yung underscore, no. So nagkaroon ng issues when I'm trying to filter out the messages, no. So ngayon gagawa ko ng parang online system na lang. I-share ko na lang sa inyo yung Bitly link. Tapos doon kayo mag-submit ng ano nyo. Tapos after nyo ma-submit yung concern nyo, it will return as a email thread na doon tayo mag-uusap na. So ganun na lang. Later siguro today ibibigay ko yung link sa inyo kung paano. Okay? So it's almost 3:50, so I think we can end the session. And again, thank you everyone for coming today, no? Kahit Friday, tapos medyo low energy na lahat ng mga tao. I myself, medyo masama pakiramdam, no? Pero at least na kayanan natin tong week na to and we have a rest week coming this next week, no? The Holy Week. So I hope we can re-energize ourselves. Tapos after Holy Week, hopefully ano, no, maka-regain tayo ng stride natin tapos pwedeng ano, tuloy-tuloy na hanggang sa end ng SEM, no. Tapos hopefully we can perform well. Tapos again, yung goal natin para sa class, alam nyo na tayo yung number 1. So pick ko naman kaya natin gawin, no. Konting practice lang. Okay. So with that, let's end this session. And again, thank you everyone for coming today. And have a blessed Holy Week sa lahat sa inyo. And may you have re-energizing na rest, no?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po,
Okay,
sir.
thank you din.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
God bless po.
Thank you.